That is no excuse for deserting your post.
You ordered them killed!
The Red Army knows how to take care of its friends.
I've ordered many deaths. Which specifically are you referring to?
Lev Abramovich Isakovich have been found guilty of crimes against the state. The punishment is death.
Lev Abramovich Isakovich.
Блядь, сукин сын.
I come all the way from Moscow to this remote piss hole, and this is how you greet your old commanding officer?
What do you want from me, Colonel?
I wanted to show you something. Recognize this? What you wrote on these pages could condemn a man several times over. But before that happens, comrade, first I need to know the truth.
Well, hello everyone, this is Matt, and you might be wondering, hey, this isn't Freedom Planet! No, it isn't! This is Comedy of Heroes 2, a World War II real-time strategy game, and one of my favorite strategy games of all time as well. Now, this is gonna be a second Let's Play I'm gonna be running alongside Freedom Planet, so I don't get too bogged down with just a platformer. This will add a bit of variety for people to watch. And I thought, I have not seen people play the campaign of this game too much, and sure, the campaign might not be what most people play this game for, but I still think the campaign is worth watching as it puts quite a bit of interesting view on the struggle of the Red Army, of the Soviet Red Army. And we start in September 1942, Stalingrad, the USSR. Alright, here we go.
We must push them back.
Welcome to Stalingrad, everyone. We've just crossed the Volga River, and now we're gonna try and take it back from the fascist pigs. Now, Company of Heroes 2 is one of the games in a long genre of Relic RTSs, starting with Dawn of War, I believe. Or it might have been the first Company of Heroes. No, I'm not sure. It might actually have been the original Dawn of War. Regardless, it's really obvious that later on, after they got through with Dawn of War 1 and made Company of Heroes, that they decided that their future games should be more like Company of Heroes, one of their main selling titles. Which is why you obviously see Dawn of War 2 play a lot like this. But Company of Heroes 2 is like one of my favorite RTSs. Very well made. Very nice attention to detail. Now we're starting here with Shock Troopers, a very normally specialized Soviet unit. But this map Battle of Stalingrad serves very much as a tutorial level for us. Now, we're fighting the Germans. The Wehrmacht, so to speak. The Ostheer, as they were called. These are the Germans that fought on the Eastern Front, obviously. Oh, yeah,
The time has come to push the fascists out of Stalingrad, comrades. Lieutenant Isakovich, you will lead the assault. Charge from the docks to the square. Once it's clear, we can bring in support to help crush the German armor that is sure to be waiting. The fascists are well dug in, but their persistence is no match for Soviet zeal and our overwhelming numbers. Do not be discouraged by a few losses. Kill these fascists and show no mercy.
Heavy machine gun north of the breach. They have the main route covered.
Now, Company of Heroes 2, unlike many other modern RTSs, is very cover-based and tactical, which is a thing I really like about the Relic RTSs, where cover is directional and you actually have to think smart with how you move your troops. Staying behind cover really is essential, and keeping the cover to the front. Moving out in the open tends to get your men killed, amongst things. And it also has a semi-realistic view on everything with how the weapons work, and basically, I wouldn't call it realistic, probably more like authentic. It feels like a World War II movie, essentially, as people like to call it. Yeah, we're killing the Germans. Look at the Germans running. Our shock troopers using PPSH 41s. A very good and very reliable Soviet SMG of the war. Known for very big magazine ease to produce and surprisingly good accuracy over longer ranges. Now we stand to lose a few men here. Let's throw some grenades. That's very Corporal Alex. We'll send support. We'll get those civilians out. Now, the Battle of Stalingrad really was the big turning point of the war. Before that, the Germans had basically been more or less steamrolling most of the way until they were stopped at Moscow. But Stalingrad was where the Soviets really were able to turn the tide. In a sense, Stalingrad was the first actual German defeat. that changed the war. And probably if the Russians hadn't been able to beat the Germans by Stalingrad, the world would be looking at very, very different. The Soviets really did a lot of the work in the war, up until the Normandy landings. I don't think many can deny that. However, the Red Army was known for many of its atrocities as well, which this campaign will try to cover, I think.
Thank you, Commander. I thought we were done for.
Let's get these civilians back to the river. Go!
Now we have very veteran shock troopers here. They are gonna be able to make quick work of these Germans.
One gun is down. Destroy the other.
Glory to the Rodina. We stand to lose a few men. Oh, and as long as we keep using heavy cover, we should be fine. Yeah, look how we are wrecking the Germans out in the open.
Artillery guns are down.
And the Germans are running. That's a tank.
Comrade, get out of the line of sight. Your shock troops cannot damage that tank.
That panzer is going to be an annoyance as we advance. Conscripts will keep it occupied. You need to find something to take it out with.
We'll make sure to do that.
Another HMG. We need to blind it before we can attempt a flank. Use a smoke grenade. A German anti-tank gun has been spotted in the ruins.
Oh, now we can make use of.
Requisition it for our own use.
Understood. We'll make sure to do that.
Go before the smoke clears.
Just look at the conscripts moving in. So many Russians died in the war, it's been really unfathomable. No wonder the Russians have such a view on the war. Like compared to any other country that fought in the war, Russia had the highest military losses and civilian losses. Russia really was the main theater of combat.
Take possession.
We'll move 80 gun into position.
Take the anti-tank gun through the ruins.
Now, I am very experienced at Company of Heroes 2. I've been playing the multiplayer a lot, and however I don't really use hotkeys. I'm very good with the mouse, and very good reflexes for an RTS.
Take out that Panzer IV.
Oh, shit! Sure, it was me! Deflection! Fire again! Shit! Reload! Hurry!
Obviously, this level is very scripted. Probably has to be expected as it's a tutorial level.
Retreat! Fall back!
By orders of Comrade Stalin, all who retreat are traitors to the motherland! Turn back and fight, damn you! Fire! They were warned! Now, attack!
Really horrible scene.
Those machine guns, Commander!
A frontal assault is suicide!
You will attack the German line, or you will die by my pistol! Now,
Yeah, that's very forward of you, sir.
Shock troops awaiting deployment.
We're getting more shock troopers in. In this level, there really is. We actually cannot lose men. Funnily enough. We'll just be able to keep calling in reinforcements. Then again, they're trying to be easy with us because of the tutorial.
One machine gun is down!
I think that's the point because it's more to get a lot of action in this one. Simulate the constant attack the Soviets did on the Stalingrad riverbed. Or riverside, I believe. Because the Soviets kept pushing men onto this, into Stalingrad, mainly to keep the Germans occupied while they were assembling an actual army on the other side of the Volga. To encircle the entire German army that was inside Stalingrad fighting. I forgot which army it was. I believe it was the 6th German army. Regardless, losing that entire army would be would start the downfall of the Germans during the war, as they would never be able to recover from the losses. You're really showing the Germans what for.
German tanks are entering the square!
Oh shit, we have German tanks incoming.
Utilize the anti-tank gun and destroy that German armor. Remember, attempt to flank them if you can.
Understood.
Onward, comrades. Drive them from your city.
We need to destroy the Panzer IV. Shit! Turn the gun, turn the gun! Fire weak point. Fire weak point.
All of our troops have been lost.
Oh wait, the units get veterancy in this game, giving them better at their duties and giving them extra attributes. So a unit that has veterancy is very strong compared to others. And now the Germans are falling back.
That's it! The Germans are starting to break!
Ich kapituliere.
Hold up, man.
Ich kapituliere.
Careful.
Bitte, bitte. Gnade zeigen. Bitte.
This young lady is Anya Zelinsky.
Well, that's the tutorial mission complete. Now I'm playing this campaign on normal because I don't think I'm good enough to play on hard yet. Now, that was the first mission. Victory to the Soviet Union. I'm Matt, signing off.